All right, we now have before us Senate Bill 1311. Senator Den Hartog.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. For the record, Lori Den Hartog, State Senator for District 22. That's some of Meridian and all of CUNA. Madam Chair, members of the committee, it's my pleasure to present to you today Senate Bill 1311, which would create a new state symbol for the state of Idaho, uniquely connected to our name as the Gem State. We have many family members here. You'll notice in the statement of purpose that this is honoring the legacy of Quincy Douglas Howell, a really incredible Idahoan who has a unique story to tell, and we have some of his family members here to share that as well. I also have my co-sponsor in the House, Representative Megan Blanksma, is here as well, and you'll hear from some of those folks. So the piece of legislation is very simple. Like I said, it would just add a new state symbol, the faceted cut called the Idaho Cut. It is a patented cut for gemstones that was developed by Mr. Howell. So I was looking, over, this would be I believe it was the 14th or the 15th state symbol. I have to go back and count them up, but we're right in there for the number of state symbols that we have identified in state code. So with that, Madam Chair, I'd like to turn some time over to a member of the family. You guys can hear a little bit more about the unique nature of this proposed state symbol and be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Senator. Any questions of the Senator at this time? Senator, would you please introduce?
I'll let him introduce himself.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the committee.
Thank you very much.
I see you've brought stones for all of us.
I did, and we're going to count them up when we get them back, so we make sure we get them all back. Madam Chair, committee members, my name is Aaron Quincy Howell. I'm the grandson of Quincy Douglas Howell, who is the inventor of the Idaho Cut. As a matter of fact, we have some samples here that we're going to pass around. And as a matter of fact, all of these were cut by Quincy Howell. And one thing to keep in mind is a cut is an assembly of facets. And that's where the art form is. And they can be arranged in an infinite number of ways. And it is the fleeting pursuit of the artist to arrange them in such a way that it brings out tremendous beauty. The Idaho Cut was his opus. He saw that it was the most beautiful cut he had ever put together, and he named it after the state he loves. So this is the Idaho Cut. He was born in 1908. He had 7 brothers, 3 sisters. They were dirt poor. He lived through World War I, the Great Depression. He served in World War II in the Army Air Corps, retired out of the Air Force. While he was in the Air Force, he decided that he was going to express his art form through faceting, not through painting, not through drawing. It was through faceting precious gems. Idaho is the gem state. Of course, this made great sense. And in this period of time, he became world renowned. This was before the internet, when it really meant something to become world renowned. He was in National Geographic in 1974, featured here, listed from Boise, Idaho, an arrangement of his stones. In 1970, he took the national championship. This was in Fort Worth, Texas, brought the trophy home to Idaho. In 1979, he was Portrait of a Distinguished Citizen by the Idaho Statesman. And of course, I'm not going to read all of it here, but a really nice statement here at the very end. It says, he calls himself an amateur, but he most certainly is a professional, and he's one who is known all over the world. He's always willing to help anyone who needs it, and he's a good community man. He's just an outstanding person. And that was Quincy Howell. He gave us a gift, and that's the Idaho Cut. Emma Green gave us a gift, our state symbol, the seal, pardon me. Luther Burbank gave us a gift, which is the Burbank russet, or russet Burbank. It means so much to this state. This is a gift. And so we hope that you consider this gift. It's far more about the gift than it is Quincy Howell. We're biased. We love him very much. He was our grandfather. But make no mistake, this is a wonderful gift for the state. And we believe that this legislative session would not regret passing this.
Thank you, Aaron. Are there any questions? It is beautiful. The difference the different sparkles. I put it on just to compare, and it's much prettier than what I'm wearing. Hard to let that go by without letting it stay. So, are there any questions for Mr. Hopkins? Yes, Senator Anthem.
Not a question, Madam Chair, but we just want you to know none of us feel bad for you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Great.
Thank you for bringing those and
Absolutely.
telling us this history. And you have to be so proud of your grandfather. And
We are.
is there anyone else in the family that you would like to introduce?
Well, yes, I would. As a matter of fact, two cousins of mine. This is Wendy and Cherie. And
Welcome.
the three of us are all grandchildren. My wife back here, Sue Howell. My son, Drew Howell. My son, Ben Howell, and his wife, Angie Howell. My son, Austin Howell, and his wife, Journey. And my son, Gabriel Howell.
My gosh, well, welcome to all of you for being here. And it's nice to have the room filled up, and especially with family, just bringing this honor to the legacy of your grandfather and also to our state. So thank you so very
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate it.
Esto Perpetua.
Any questions
Thank you.
before Aaron departs? Thanks. Appreciate it. All right, committee. Is there anyone else who would like to testify? Do you have anything you'd like to add, Senator? All right, committee, you now have before you Senate Bill 1311.
Madam
What are your
Chair?
wishes? Yes, Senator Stinnett.
That's just such a great way to start the morning. I'm sorry. I could do that all the time. I move to send Senate Bill 1311 to the floor with a due pass recommendation.
It's been moved by Senator Stinnett and seconded by Senator Hyder that we send Senate Bill 1311 to the floor with a due pass recommendation. So any, Senator Anthem?
Just in favor of the motion, Madam Chair.
Yes.
You know, it's such a great story. It's a great story of American opportunity, Idahoan opportunity, but also what happens when you pursue excellence. And that's a great, great example for every Idaho child today. So thank you for bringing this to us. Thank you, Senator. I appreciate it very much.
Yes. It's interesting, too, that, you know, from a poor family that had no probably opportunity to even know about gemstones to be able to develop something that's as beautiful as this stone. So if we'd have known about it, we need to promote that a little bit more for some of the stones that are being sold today. Senator Burgoyne?
Thank you, Madam Chair. You know, it is just so nice to be reminded of what life is all about. Life is not all about politics. And for that, I'm very grateful for this legislation and for your grandfather and for what he accomplished. It is truly beautiful. I have seen it before on a couple of occasions, and it is really wondrous. And I have to agree. I think it is. I'm not an expert on any of this, but when I look at it, the play of the light in the stone is just really fantastic. So thank you.
Okay, I was just wondering if all the ladies have one of these stones that they can sport. Oh, yes. Good advertisement. All right, committee, we now have before us Senate Bill 1311. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? The bill will be sent to the floor. Yay. Thank you. Thank you for being here, and we really appreciate this. This was fun.